now we found out how we're going to be grading. And then I think what Ms. Mallon had asked is everybody get a notebook. We're going to be giving you things as we have in the manual, so we gave you some information that is like maybe just pieces from different books on specifics that we're talking about, especially commas. I mean, commas are hitting everybody, and I want to say it's consistent across the board. So we're trying to give you pieces, and you have to put it in some kind of an order, so that's why you might want to get your notebook to do that. Put your summer stock pack in there also. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about is your log of errors. And you want to figure out where you are, and you know, we talked about that log of errors. How many you can have. I say all that because we're going to next week do our tests again, the third, you know, how we do them all together. And then after next week, you're going to take your 3 performance challenges or mocks, and you're going to take them as if they were your test, and you're going to do them all in one setting, and you're going to print them, and you're going to count your errors, and then you make the determination to Ms. Mallon what you want to start with. And this is just to help you progress with your grade. Remember, this is just a pie. This program will work if you add all your extra time into it. You have to be here for your performance challenges. You have to be here for here on this day, because hybrid makes you be at class for 2 days in face-to-face. Okay? So we're giving you so much on the wiki that's where you can do your practicing, and there's a lot of information out there. But I just want you to keep in mind when you do, the reason I'm asking you to check these errors, which ones would be your errors, because that's going to help you when you have to grade your paper and you want to get your hash marks. Because say you're at 120 and you're at, do y'all have your log sheet, your error percentage? You need to keep this handy, guys, wherever you are, because this is what it looks like, the error percentage sheet. Oh, thank you, there's some right there. You need to keep it handy because this is going to help you. This is going to help you when you're doing your grading, okay? So if you're at 120 and you see that you have 70 errors, then maybe you're not at 120. If you're at 180 and you have more than 100 errors, maybe you're not there. It's just for you to declare on the 3rd week. And then all you got to do is then you start taking your test at whatever speed you want, okay? Say you want to do it at 120. And you know that first test on the 3rd week was 90 errors. Well, that's what you're going to plug in. By the end of the summer, if at 120 you went up 70 errors, or you know you improved at the end of the summer, that's how you get your A, or that's how you get.
How are we supposed to know how many errors we have since we don't correct?
Because you're going to do it. You're going to do it the first time on the 3rd week, and you're going to correct it yourself on the 3rd week when you're going to declare on that 3rd week.
Well, you're going to do like you used to do before, correct? On
the 3rd week, yes. You're going to do it all at whatever speed you are, print it, and then do your hash marks and see how many you are. And that's it. And you guys kind of know already because you know how you test. You know, and if you're close by, say you're at 160, if you're close by 30 or 40 errors, you're there. If you're making 100 errors, you're not there, but that's okay. We just want to help you. We just want to help you get where you are working, and you're going to see a jump right away because your accuracy is going to come in. This will only work if you want it to work. And you know what? You don't have to do this. You can go any way you want to make this work for you. If you want to just, work. Trust us on this, though. Give us a little bit.
So then what you're saying is, like, say, I think right now I'm 120 lit, but if I'm just, like, doing terrible, just go ahead and declare myself at 100 for right now.
On lit.
On lit, and then...
And you stay at 120 at everything else and work it. And by the end of the summer, if at 100 lit you've progressed, then you've progressed. But you're going to see something, because the reason we're doing our review of the tests the way we're doing it now is because you're able to see transcription. And you can do that. If you want to take your test and you want to count everything to see where you are, that's okay. But if you do that, gauge yourself. Gauge yourself to see where you are. Okay? Yes?
Can we go in increments of 10 if we drop our speed? Can we go down like, just 10 instead of going down full 20?
I don't know that we have them dictated. I think they're all at 20 increments, but I know Nori's saying no.
Yeah, because I talked to Ms. Mallon about that, and she said it would be
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. But do you see, guys, even if you came down a little bit, you're still going to shoot up, because it's not so much that you're going to know. You're going to know when you grade your test on the third week. You're going to see your hash marks.
So that whole, the rest of the semester, you'll be testing at something you've already passed, right?
No, you'll be. No, you can. You can declare. You can still declare your. This is where y'all really want to see if it's going to help you. If you're testing at 180 right now, and you've been there, and I'm talking if you've been there for 5 months, 6 months, a year, and you're testing at 180, and you have 100 errors, you can only have 36 errors to pass it at. Okay, so you don't want. I wouldn't want to stay at 180. I want to be at 160 and figure out what my problem is. I want to figure out what is it. If it's lit, because it's kind of difficult, and then I should be able to shoot up. See, or you can stay where you are and maintain and see what's going to work for you. This is just something different to help you get over the hump. And don't worry about your speed. You're in a class already. If you pass everything, you're not going to have a problem passing a mock, because we're not going to like one class. We're not segregating. If you're passing a mock, I mean, everybody's together at night. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. Did I answer your question? And yet, okay. Don't get. I see everybody's faces like, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. If you declare you're going to do 100 and then you keep taking your test at 120, you're going to see improvement. You're going to see improvement. You don't have to. Okay. And then I did want to read something here to you, just keep you as a reminder that English is everything in court reporting. It has been said that reporting is 5% writing it down and 95% writing it up. This is easy, guys. This is easy. Writing it is easy. 5%, this is from the professionals. Court reporting is 5% writing it down, 95% writing it up. That's why we're trying to help you, okay? So,
When you say writing it up, do you mean faster?
no, writing it, transcribing it.
Oh.
Yeah, writing it down and then writing it up, transcribing it. Okay? So, with that, I'm going to give you a couple of things here. And you guys, if you have any questions, now's the time, because we can talk about them. And then, you know how we talk about the coaching is 1 week, every other week. This can be considered a coaching because I'm asking you questions. So before the end of the day, check with me if there's any other questions. I can help you with that. If you want to discuss more in detail with Ms. Mallon, any concerns, you can check with her. And you know how we had books that we checked out at the beginning of May semester and at the end of the semester? I need to know if you want to keep the books, if you're even using them. If not, if you can return them, and what's helping you, because we're ready to plug in more. And for those of you listening, if you're online, we're issuing books. And then some of the old classes that we had, we're plugging in sessions so you can practice. And then we talked about how the speed tapes are, we'll put them on in here too. So if you're not using those books, bring them back. If you're not using your sight writing books, we gave you 2 to work with, bring them back, or you can keep them, for the semester. And then I think a couple of finger drills, because that way we can push those on to others that might need them. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is, there you go. You got one, Grant? I think there's one right there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to just run through some of these, and then we'll go through a couple of the tests that we had. This one is from, if you're gonna be looking for any type of books, you can go online and look for any type of court reporting, punctuation, court reporting, proofreading, anything that will help you. This was a book that we found, but we always want to give credit to who has it. The only thing I want to bring to your attention on this one is last week we talked about, let's see, it's on the back sheet right here. Last week we talked specifically about the period after right here. Okay, use a period at the end of a polite request. Will you please state your full name, period. This is where it's coming from, so start saving your resources, okay? That's just for that one. And then what I want to do is give you the one on the semicolon.
Is that optional though? Because I still don't really.
Not in court reporting. Not in court reporting.
So it's not counted as an error in the beginning.
It's counted as an error in court reporting. Will you state your name? State your name for the record, please. Because it's a polite request. What if they say, state your name for the record? I surely will. I will. You know, that doesn't happen because they're going to just state their name. Okay? Everybody get enough of these? Other ones? And then on the semicolon, specifically, and you can do these on your own. Specifically, we're looking at this one. Okay? Use a semicolon before an expression such as, is that correct? Is that true? Do you recall? Do you know? You were employed by NBC for the 5 years. Is that correct? Okay, so yes.
And so that's never capitalized, right? The after the semicolon, the is that correct? Because on my Eclipse, it automatically capitalizes it.
So call Eclipse and have them figure out what's wrong because it should never be capitalized. Okay? And then, look what it says here. Right here. Use a colon after a speaker's greeting to the audience. The material that follows should begin with a paragraph when a colon is used. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I just want you to keep an eye on that. But, you know, I think we've tried to tell you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury can be all kinds of ways. And I sent some emails to some of the reporters that are working in the courthouse to ask them, well, what do you do? And they all have different ways to do it. Some of them have commas in a certain way. I want to show you one. But some of them it's all caps. But did you see how they said there was introductory? Well, you are introducing it. You can. Here's the other one. This is talking about commas, and it's the same book. Okay. Set off commas by the direct address by commas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how the majority of y'all are doing it. That's okay. We're not going to count off, but everybody has asked, you know, how do you write it? We don't have an answer for you. Because in one reference book alone, it gives you two options. Okay, so we've seen it all caps, colon, drop down, paragraph, like as if you're saying a letter to someone. And then here, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, comma, you are. Okay? And then it's not a colon here. And then what about if you have it in the middle of a sentence? It would just be comma, lowercase, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes,
Well, I'm just reading something that says use the colon after ladies and gentlemen of the jury from this book
Yep.
on page 75.
Yep, that's what we just talked about.
Yeah, but they didn't have it there.
I know.
What book is that?
Same book. That's what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you can choose however you want to do it.
And if you
Okay?
say
Well,
that
then
you heard
why isn't that stipulated here? Because we're going to, I don't know what to do.
Well, we're giving, you know, remember, we're giving you options on what to do.
Well, I think we need to follow one guideline.
You can follow the guideline that, as long as you're consistent. Okay? When you go to convention, maybe they'll have a good answer or ask a bunch of court reporters. It's just not a straight answer. But if you're going to do it with colon, you want to capitalize everything. Okay? So let's go to Let's go to your jury charge from last week.
Helen, if we gave it to Mr. Woodard, would you have it? Would she have given it to you?
Yeah, yeah. And that's the other thing, you want to make sure you get it to the teacher that's supposed to be grading it for you.
When is Miss Woodard's proofreading thing due?
Can you explain what exactly it is?
Yeah, let's look at that May semester, summer semester. Did we open one? No. I did get yours somewhere.
Oh.
Now this one I should have as a favorite, right, guys? I should. I mean, but I haven't been working, so there it is. Should be there. Now let's see what you got to do today. Do this week.
Excuse me, when did we get sent back to?
It's a summer sack pack. Did I say sack pack too?
No, he's just wondering when we get.
Oh, when you get it. Oh. I'll check with Miss Mel. I think you get it Monday. Well, because it's supposed to be Friday, then y'all can Friday. Probably on Monday. You'll get it. I'll check with Miss Mel. Someone can email her real quick and see what she says. Okay, for those of you that, I think everybody did their jury charge. And just to announce, for next week, you're not going to have a must. Because, and don't raise hallelujah, thank you. I see y'all's faces peripherally. Okay? You're not going to see a must on purpose because the assignment for this week, for those that were new, you need to do one of each of these, okay? And because to be able to go over it together, we want to have everybody do it. So those that did not do it, that are new, that were not here in Maymester, you need to make sure you have one of these. Again, you drop it down until you have a good copy. Turn those in by Monday. And then there will not be a must, but there will be, I'm going to put on there a jury charge test that you had before, and you probably transcribed it. Some of you didn't. It was from week 2. I'm going to put that on there. So again, this is going to be practice for you. Don't ever think that what we're giving you is a waste of your time. I really, really, really hope that you understand that. We're not giving you anything that's a waste of your time. You have to be working it. You've got to be working your jury charge. Our goal is, when we're ready on those Wednesdays, you should be able to whip out that paper. Whip out your paper. And I understand what you're saying. I don't want to be testing at this low speed. No, just declare your low speed. And then the following week say, you know what, I'm already, I want to go 120. You know, declare your speed where your numbers are. Or if you're going to take 120, at least declare 120 with 100 errors. And by the end of the semester, you're either going to be at 140 or you're going to be 120 with 30 errors. That's where you're going to improve, okay? So, for your jury charge for next week, we're going to have one from week 2. So that's what we're going to review. And again, that's what I'm saying, don't worry about a must, because the majority of you have done everything already. We'll put it up there. And those that so we need one of these from each of you that are just new. And remember, guys, because you do it low so you can get it done real quick. Okay? And then you asked about the proofreading. And this SAC pack stuff is, someone dictated it. It's just there for you to practice because y'all wanted something tangible that you can see. So everybody should have had the summer SAC pack. That's, stuff that you can work on. Where's the proofreading? Proofreading assignment completed. How do you know which one it is?
She included it in the SAC pack one.
Okay.
It says,
It's the last
right,
two pages.
representation.
Huh?
This is exercise B. Was there an exercise A?
Oh, no.
It doesn't really have a due date, so I bet it's not something you have to turn in. I bet it's something we read back on our own.
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
She just has proofreading exercise B part 1, so we were wondering if there's a part A.
Okay. And I'll ask Miss Malin about that. We'll get more specific. For now, if you have something, you can turn it in. It's not gonna be binding. I mean, Miss Woodard, I know she's even doing that afternoon class. I don't know if she goes into more detail, but I'll ask Miss Malin about the proofreading. Because even if you proof it, you want to see the answers right away, which is what we do in here. We have an assignment too, so anyway, we'll get that going for you. Any other questions on what was due this week? I did want to tell you, did any of y'all recognize that must from a class that we had a long time ago? If you go to Bloom's dictation, I think she might have upped this already. Should you choose, you don't have to, but if you want to work that drill, we had that in class once, and we did it all the way up from 160 to 180 and 80 to 100. You can turn these up, you can lower them and raise them. It breaks it down. And I do want to state for the record, if you're doing these and you find the article, please don't do yourself harm by just looking at the article and sight writing. I know nobody's going to do that in here. Just do what you can. Just do the best you can. I don't want you to spend a lot of time on it. If you don't get it, we're going to review it in class. Okay? But you won't as a court reporter. It's,
Bloom's dictation,
yeah.
and it says link to page.
Okay, you don't have this one yet?
We can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it? I'm sorry.
It says the page you were looking for was not found.
Okay. Well, this is what we'll get on there. This is a little tricky, but anyway, it's got a link on there to the must if you want to work it, and then it's got some consonant compound. Yeah, there it was. Okay, but we'll get it on there so at the end of the day, the end before you leave class, you'll be able to see it. But anyway, on there, on your homepage, was there anything else that you needed for this week to be cleared? No? Okay. So let's do your let me just show you. Your link will be up there because I worked on it late last night. Okay, week 1. And then I just went down here. This page. And this is what it's going to look like. So you'll see muster work. The following are tear apart drills done in class referencing the must. You can throw that away. You don't like it, you don't want to touch it ever again, that's fine. I'm trying to give you some things that might help because it's broken down piece by piece on the paragraph. But what you turn in is, the assigned must is what you turn in. That will be dictated, listed under week 1. This is just to help you if you want to drill. And then you'll find other things under here like consonant compounds. We're finding old things that we can put on here to help you practice some of your drills. And we're trying to make this, give you as much information, and I think y'all know what we're talking about when we refer to different books that we worked with. So that's there, but what you have for week 2 is what you would follow. I'm sorry, for week 1 is what you would follow here. Okay? So a lot of this really didn't pertain to too many and then this is the only thing you have to do is your email. I think you've done that. And of course, be present. Any other questions? Okay, so let's do some of our jury charges. Let's see how we do. Complex headers. When you don't have one that you turned in, you want to follow along with the notes somehow. And so this is the purpose of your test date. If you don't think you did it, you want to do something that you can follow. You can follow along. Yeah.
That's what I'm not quite clear on.
What's that, sir?
Is it's like, you can't really see the improvement if you're, you'll get, because you're spending time just going back to making to the final comment. Not really trying to do it. To me, it would be better just to grade it like a regular test, count your errors, and then go where you are.
Sure, that's what we want you to do. But when you're counting 115 errors, you're wasting your time. I'm not saying you, Jeff. I'm saying students. If you have 100 errors, you're wasting your time. And you want to ask yourself, why am I in a class for a long period of time? You know what, guys? Everybody can do whatever they want to do. We want to get you out, and we appreciate everybody's feedback. Do you have any more? Oh, teachers. Thank you. And this isn't across the board, okay? We're not lashing out at everybody. We're just trying to do something different to help you, okay? So let's see how we did on this one. And what we are going to do is, for your comments, like I said, we'll give you just an arsenal of comments. There's just a few things that, when you have your, I think once we get our rules down, then this will actually go a lot smoother. Okay, let's get this back on the. And we tried everything, Ms. Mallon and I, to figure out how this goes. First thing on your paper, on ladies and gentlemen of the jury. See why we gave you that rule? Now I'm going to put that rule to bed. You have it. So you can make your decision. Because everybody did it a little bit differently. I apologize for this, guys. Yes, ma'am.
How can you put discuss on it? Because we're going to discuss it. I mean, this rule right here, ladies and gentlemen, because I did put a semicolon.
Okay. So if you put a semicolon, well, for sure you wouldn't want to put a semicolon because it's an introductory.
Oh, you don't?
Not a semicolon, a comma or a colon.
Oh. I mean, I did put a colon, sorry.
Okay, colon. So if you were to put a colon, then capitalize everything, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. And did you see those two rules? The two rules that said it differently? Let's make a determination. Are you supposed to have your borders?
Yes.
UFM says borders?
Well, do you know how to set that up on Eclipse? Because even after all this time, I still can't get rid of my wall.
That's why you need to switch the Procat. I'm going to be selling it.
That's why you need what?
Switch the Procat.
Oh.
He's putting it
You
in
guys
the
don't
wall.
even know how to use Eclipse. I'm amazed. I'm really, really
I
amazed.
took a class on ProCAD, I really didn't like it.
Huh?
I don't like ProCAD at all.
My
It's like Word.
Hold on.
I just took fairly disordered in my, who helped me with that?
You know how to get it, you just get it.
She told me to do it, I did it now.
You can get your machines out and get ready for something else also. When I'm wasting my time, I don't want to waste your time, so get your machines ready.
Are you saying that we're supposed to have borders?
I'm sorry?
We're supposed to have borders.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go to that UFM and you look in there, and that's something y'all can do together. You go to the UFM and it says you have to have borders.
No, I'm talking about for our tests.
Well, you want to make your tests as if you're ready for the CSI. That's what. And page numbers.
Well, mine weren't reading properly, but I adjusted it so it's okay.
Yeah. Everyone's are different. Okay. We're gonna have to call Miss Mallon in here, but go ahead and get your machines out, guys. Go to your summer pack. I want you to get that ready while I'm wasting your time, because I'm having difficulties with this. Get your machine out and get your summer packs. And go to the choices for jury charge.
Choices for jury charge.
Choices for your jury charge on your summer pack. Here they are, right here. Okay. We're going to be doing a jury charge today. You're going to be taken down 2 at whatever speed you want, and you're going to mark your notes. Okay?
Well, I thought you were doing the other one. I didn't practice.
No, I don't want you to practice it. You're going to read back. I mean,
Well, no, I wanted to look up outlines.
yeah, that's okay. So go ahead and get started on your. I'm
You want
having,
us to do this jury charge that's on here?
yeah, the jury charge on SAC Pack Week 1. Pick any of those. Listen to 2 of them. Try the best you can. Whatever speed you have to lower it. And then I don't want you to do anything on your computer, just to make it clear. And those of you at home that want to do this, don't do anything to your computer. Don't try to correct yourself. This is to help you. Just let's see how you did with raw notes. Okay? We're going to do some read back. So do something at whatever speed you are, as long as you mark your notes and you know which one you're going to want to read back from. So we're going to give everybody time to do 2 of those. And okay, just go to your summer pack.
I'm in my summer pack.
Okay, open up
Are you talking about this, or are you talking about here?
on the computer. Okay, here. Open it up to jury charge. And listen to whatever speed you want. You're going to have 2 speeds. And you got to remember, these are all different speeds, and everyone won't finish at the same time, so you have open something up so you can practice. I don't want to waste your time without your hands moving when I'm having this problem with the computer. Okay?
I'm sorry, I just don't know where you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. On your week 1.
Okay.
Okay, that's where you might want to find it on there. But it's this one right here. The jury charge. Right here.
The jury charge, but that's just one. Did you say to do 2?
No, do 2 of the jury charge. Like do a 180 and a 160 or a 160 and a
2
140.
different speeds. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
2 speeds. That's okay. So do 2 speeds. And then while y'all are, if you're waiting on others, we've got other things you can practice on there. Did you have a question?
Yeah.